of Cooking for Life, an online cooking course for busy people. This video has been inspired by my friends Karen and Geraint. We were over for dinner and they cooked us some lovely lasagna. But we're lamenting that it takes ages to watch over and stir the white sauce. And they've got two young active kids and found it difficult to manage cooking and looking after the kids at the same time. And I wanted to say to them, the kids, that's the problem there. But instead, I have tried to work out, is there a way to make the white sauce without having to stand over and watch it all the time? Now, I am not really a microwave person, but I have tried it out and it does actually work in the microwave. So that this time you can walk away, look after the kids or do whatever it is that you want to do, go back and check on it without worrying about it boiling over or burning at the bottom or even forming lots of lump. So with a white sauce, all you need is 10% of for the flour to the milk that you'll be using. So today I am going to be doing a whole liter of milk, so therefore we would need 100 grams of flour and 100 grams of butter. So it's really easy to remember, and if you want to scale it down, it's totally possible. I actually tried this on a smaller scale first just to make sure, and it works just fine. So 250 mils, 25 grams. And it's that simple. All right, so let's crack on and I will demonstrate this to you. So first of all, you are going to need the flour. So I've worked out over the years that this approximates 25 grams. So it is close enough. All right, so we want to put in 100 grams of flour into the bowl, and the best way to make sure you mix it in is not to dunk the entire bottle of milk into the flour mixture, but instead just pour a little bit and just mix it up. So it forms a kind of a thick paste first. So just put a little bit in at a time, and you want to just give it a good old, put some elbow grease in there and get rid of the lumps. And once you've seen that it's formed a nice smooth paste, that's when you know you can add in the rest of the milk. Okay, so I'm just gonna, and again, just do it gradually at this point. And now we can add in the rest. So it's just that initial bit that you have to watch. And this is the foolproof way to get a lump-free start, which is what you need before you put it in the microwave. Now, at this point, you can also season it if you want with, salt, pepper, cayenne, whatever it is that you, or nutmeg is a common flavoring at this point. I'm actually just gonna leave it plain because I don't actually know what I'm going to be using this white sauce for yet. Probably a lasagna or something of the sort, but I want to keep it neutral at this point. So I'm just going to put it in the microwave, and the first round, depending on your microwave, I can leave it in from my testing for about 4.5 to 5 minutes, and just check in at that point. So the first round is a little bit shorter, and I will see you back in 4 to 5 minutes. See you then. So it's been about 5 minutes. I've taken it out, and as you can see, it's still very liquid-like at this point. But just give it a quick, good old whisk, just to make sure that everything is fine, and then put it back in again. So I'll see you again in 3 minutes' time. See you then. All right, it's been another 3 minutes, so let's take a look at it now. You can see it's starting to thicken a little bit, but still fairly loose. So just again, give it a quick stir, and literally in the last 3 minutes, I've been looking at my books, I've been wandering around, I haven't had to stand over and watch it at all. One of the things that I would say is make sure you get a large enough bowl. So for a liter, I'm using a 3-liter bowl here, just to make sure that it doesn't boil over in the microwave. And for less industrial sized portions, I've used a standard sort of liter glass jug for 250 mils. So give it enough room for it to bubble over a little bit. All right, I will see you back in another 3 minutes. All right, today it actually has been 4 minutes rather than 3. And this is another general rule with cooking, in that you can be quite relaxed about the first few minutes or first period of time when reducing something or dealing with large volumes of liquid, but the last leg, that's when you want to check in to make adjustments accordingly. And so there are a number of variables. The flour was a slightly different amount because I'm not weighing it. Usually when I'm baking, I do weigh. With things like this, you can allow some flexibility. So put it in for smaller increments of time, just in case you do get interrupted. That way, at least the microwave goes off and you can go back and adjust. And just check in. So I'm going to show you now, this is the texture that you are after. It's a nice kind of a thick cream texture. It just sort of trails off the whisk like this. Those of you who are familiar with making a white sauce, you might have been thinking, don't you start with a roux with the butter and the flour at the beginning? Yes, you do if it's on the stove. For the microwave, we actually reverse the process and put in the milk and the flour first, and now we are going to add in the butter. So this means two things. Firstly, you can therefore adjust the butter a little bit more or even leave it out completely if you're on a reduced fat diet. It doesn't taste as good, I think. The flour is a little bit too prominent and it doesn't have the same silky feel that a white sauce should have. So I'm going to put in the butter as per a normal white sauce, but it allows you this flexibility if you need it. So again, same amount of butter as you put in with the flour. So I put in 100 grams for the liter because it's 10%. So we're going to put in 100 grams of butter as well. And I'm going to put that in 25 gram increments. So just whisk that in. And the sauce is warm, so the butter should just melt in quite nicely. So just give it a whisk until it melts in. So just keep doing that until you have the full sauce. So once I've put in all the butter, I'll be right back. All right, the butter is now all in, and we have a lovely white sauce texture. What I would say about this white sauce is it is a compromise. The flour is not as beautifully cooked in as if you do it on the stove with a roux. However, if you're using this white sauce in a dish with other things, such as macaroni cheese or a lasagna, it's incorporated into the final dish and being baked again, it's fine. Because by that point, the flour and the milk and everything would cook another time. To serve up, I would say you do need to put it in a little bit more, watch it. And I personally may not use this, in fact, I know I won't use this method if I'm gonna be serving a white sauce on top of something. So this is a terrific method if you're making lasagna and if you need a white sauce to go into something. So I hope you found that useful. If you did, then do what people do and subscribe so you get more of these